What's up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Finster, Prince, SoundCloud, Aquarius, Hopkins, Schroeder, and all points. Worthington. Yo, Illuminati. What is the big deal about the Illuminati? Here's a whole page of Illuminati affiliates, things to help you recognize the Illuminati signatures, people who are definitely claiming they're in the Illuminati, like Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records, of course, after Rockefeller himself, who was not a very good person and a very shrewd businessman. Of course, one of the richest men ever. It's all about dynasty for people in that realm. Of course, Jay-Z also signed Jay Electronica, who speaks a lot about the Illuminati. In his raps, he's, pigs with the heads of men. I mean, he's talking about the Illuminati. But then Jay Electronica goes and starts messing with one of the Rothschilds, the female. And he actually starts to date her, and they're sleeping together because she was meant to get married to, I believe it was a banker, and she called off the marriage because she started dating, of all people, Jay Electronica. I gotta give it to you, Jay, you're smooth. But Jay Electronica talked a lot about the Illuminati. Why are we so afraid of the Illuminati? People saying that Paul Walker was offed by the Illuminati in last week's car crash. And there's all kind of conspiracy theories about that. Why are we afraid of Illuminati? And just all around. Let's look at this. Do they control money? Who are they? They're controlling the people. Are they really controlling us? Some people would say, hell yeah, they're controlling us. They control money. They control us. And I would agree with that 100% because it's all about money. Nothing is free anymore. Everybody is trying to get their dollar. But why can't we identify who's at the top of the food chain as far as the Illuminati? We know the Rothschilds, if you are an Illuminati conspiracist, which I am not sure that I am, simply because I don't know how much I can change it. What can I do about it? So what if I knew that the Rothschilds have been controlling the world banks for the last, 100, 200 years? They've been controlling the world banks. What can I do about it? Is the Illuminati a demonic entity? Especially within music and with the spirit Baphomet. Let's look at Lil Wayne's picture right here. With the pentagram. That definitely doesn't look like something that's holy. That definitely looks like it's demonic. So is that what we're facing? Are we facing a demonic entity? These are questions I asked the internet because I am just now really trying to get a hold of what the Illuminati is, what they're for, especially when it comes to killing people. Now, we know the Rothschilds funded pretty much every war that was. You have to go through them. That's how they began to sit at the seats of princes and kings and presidents for pretty much all of our known history. They've been popular within the money lending system, and this is how they've become very, very powerful and very scary people. They can pretty much do what they want, when they want, however they want. And we look at the dollar itself. We look at the pyramid, the Eye of Horus. So this takes us back to the Egyptian days and back to the god Horus. And, of course, all that entails that. The god Set and Anubis and so on and so forth. And there are many gods when it comes to Egyptian lore. And there are many powerful gods. There are gods for pretty much everything as far as Egyptian lore is concerned. There's gods of the underworld. There's The phallic itself, that is the monument, is meant to be the phallic from the Egyptian lore, and you should read up on that. But here again, we have the Eye of Horus. We have Illuminati signatures all over our dollar bills. We have our presidents, since America was stolen and founded. We have conspiracy theorists that say that George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and so on and so forth are all in the Illuminati. People say that President Obama, there was no. It's not a coincidence that him and his wife Michelle had got into the White House, because President Obama is related to somebody else that's very, very powerful, and that is on the white side of his family. I mean, are these conspiracy theories? Can we actually look up President Obama's lineage on the white side of his family and see that he is related to the Bush administration, or anybody who's in the Bush administration? Dick Evil Cheney, President Bush himself, father and junior. Was he related to Kennedy? Why did Kennedy die? Was it an Illuminati hit that made Kennedy die because Kennedy was for the African Americans? The same way as Abraham Lincoln, who so-called freed the slaves, but really wanted to just stop the bloodshed of the war. Mind you, the war that was fought during that time, the Civil War, was probably the bloodiest war fought on American soil to date. So let's think about that. Did Abraham Lincoln really want to stop the war because his fellow kinsmen were dying? Or did he really want to free the slave and say that all men are created equal? Are we all created equal? These are just some questions I have for the internet. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash, but mind you, these are all just questions. The Illuminati's in our music. Jay-Z and his wife throwing up the diamond sign. Is that an Illuminati sign? People are going to say yes, because it's all from the Eye of Horus, and everything behind that is, or the spirit behind that is Baphomet. Now, there are many, many videos out on Baphomet and who Baphomet is and how he is controlling the music industry. I, for one, am not sure, but the music industry is not what I would call for Christians. The rap industry talks, Jay-Z in particular, talks about how he wanted to pluck the eyes out of Jesus' face while he was hanging on the cross. Jay-Z also said to go to church like good little slaves. So if he is the head of Rockefeller, and he is definitely, in league with Jimmy Iovine. And what did Michael Jackson say? Michael Jackson said Jimmy Iovine is the devil. Remember, Michael Jackson gave a speech how he left owning most of Sony when he left Sony. And he said that they didn't think that he was a smart person. They said they thought he just did music and wasn't paying attention to good business. Michael Jackson said he did good business. And he also said that Jimmy Iovine, once again, is the devil. Jimmy Iovine, the one who owns Sony. Don't forget, a lot of these companies have to go through publishing. The publishers and the distribution, the people who do distribution, are the ones who distribute your records. You have to have a distributor. There are people who control distribution. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. So, Puffy also talked about check your distribution when it comes to rappers and singers and artists losing their money, because distribution takes 70% of your earnings. So you can go ahead and look up that information. So if all the distribution is going through people like Jimmy Iovine, and he is said to be the devil, is the music industry nothing but a demonic force? constantly pumping out sexual music that has nothing but sexual connotation. And we all know that the flesh wars against the spirit and the spirit wars against the flesh. You know, this is scripture. This is in the Bible. So is the music industry, is it against uh, anything biblical? Is it against Jesus the Christ? We have to ask ourselves this. It also spews into, of course, sports. Here we have Kobe Bryant throwing up the diamond sign. And of course, who's sitting beside him? Kim K, who is Kim Kardashian, who is in a newly inducted member through her husband, Kanye West. So let's talk about Kanye West. Kanye West constantly talks about the Illuminati. He wears Illuminati shirts that they are Baphomet shirts. Once again, Baphomet is supposed to be the god or the spirit over music. And when you see people putting up the OK sign, that's not the OK sign. This is a 666 sign, according to Illuminati conspiracy theorists. I am not saying that is true. I am not saying that there is no findings in what people are saying. I'm saying, what can we do about it? Because this music is constantly being pumped into our children, into us, the adults. It's constantly controlling what we do. The pants that our gentlemen are wearing, our kids who used to walk around in suits, very nice back in the 40s. Now they walk around with their jeans down to pretty much their knees, showing off, their butt, which is indicative of being a homosexual. There's also a homosexual movement that is in the music industry, and we have a lot of people like 50 Cent, Young Jeezy, and these people are said to be gay. So what is really going on? I mean, I can talk about this all day because there's plenty of information. I mean, let's look at Beyonce here wearing a Baphomet suit. And if you look up who Baphomet is, you're going to find out that his face looks a lot like this. And this is a very scary thought that these people are controlling our children. I mean, even Oprah Winfrey has denied Christ on several occasions. She said there is more than one way to get to God, and which is not true. There's only one way to get to God according to the scriptures, which is through Jesus the Christ. There's only one way. So we have a billionaire and another popular figure pretty much trying to get around the name of Jesus Christ. Very powerful name, the most powerful name in all history. And you can't, Christ said, if you try to go around me or another way, you are a thief and a robber. So it is the only name that will let you get into heaven. So we have to look at what the Illuminati is trying to do. Is he trying to steal souls? Is Baphomet trying to steal souls through our music? If you're going to get rich, do you have to go through Baphomet if you're into music? I mean, it seems that's the way it is, even in the movie industry. The Fresh Prince, Will Smith, him and his family are, well, especially Will Smith, is known to be gay, a homosexual, and his wife, Jada Pinkett, known to be gay. We even have Miley Cyrus and how she has flipped out recently and is doing all kind of sexual gyrations on stage that pretty much makes no sense. And here is a picture of Baphomet. Like I said, there's a lot of information on Baphomet. You can just look up. I'm running out of time here. I'll probably do a part 2 of this. So I'm going to stop right here, and I will scroll down some more and talk some more about the Illuminati and what little I know about it. It's your boy Tone 202. Stay tuned.